Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. My name's Chris, and welcome to another episode of our Tennis Manager 25 playlist here at Total Athletics Tennis Academy. We have Wimbledon on the horizon for Moise Kwame and Hannah Klugman. But Yana has just moved into the top 5 on the juniors. We're quite low down, but we're just outside the top 200 with Hannah, and she's been a page or so higher. And then Kwame just outside the top 300, the highest he's been. And there's a lot of French players in this range, and he could just become the best of all of them. And if we do scroll down a little bit more, and a little bit more, and a little bit more, and a lot more, and 2 hours later, we will find Michael Antonius. But inside the top 1,000, and I'm flying up the ranks. So I'm very happy with that. I'm very comfortable where we are. I'm very sort of excited to see how badly Wimbledon goes. I have predicted that we get through qualifying, because both of them are going through qualifiers to get there. But then very early knockouts in the tournament proper. Yana hates us. She's pissed because she won the French Junior Open, but a day or two before that, the game checked to see if we'd achieved anything, and we hadn't. She was top 5 Czech player. So this was about here. Everything else was empty, and the game was like, well, you just lied to her, so she hates you now. Second year in a row, because she sets bad goals, which are very difficult, well, impossible year one to achieve, and then because she wanted to be like top 1,500 in the women's game, which she couldn't even get into a qualifier for a women's event. And when she did manage to sneak in once or twice, she just always got knocked out and never even got a point. So very unrealistic season one. That hurt the relationship and everything else and her morale. And then season two, like I say, 2 days before the check, she just wins the French Junior Open. It hasn't updated yet, and then she's upset again. So a little bit of an interesting one. Um, yeah, yeah, not really sure kind of what to think of that. I'm just kind of ignoring it. But we've hit our goals pretty much with Yana and Michael, and they'll kind of stay there. We're close with Kwame. We just need to, we're so far above on those 2 goals. We just need to get a quarterfinal in a Pro 75, which we're working on. And for Hannah, it's just winning a title at 50s when she's won some at like Pro 75s. So, yeah, game doesn't recognize that we've won more than that. And so it doesn't count, which, again, I find slightly odd, but I understand basic coding principles and everything is checking for an exact result or better in these sets of tournaments. And even if you finished that result or better in a tournament that's that or better, it doesn't count. I think it's a simple fix. Something I implore the devs to kind of clean up and take the game to the next level on the next iteration or on a future patch, because it's a very engaging and fun game that just has a few little issues which do kind of take me out of it. And I don't want to be taken out of that immersion and that world. Kind of want to be sucked in and want to play one more match, one more week, one more tournament, one more year. We're so much closer now. Can we go again? I'm almost there. I feel like I'm there. And then something happens and we just get bumped out of it. And it's like, well, yeah, this sucks. Okay, on to the next week, I guess. Totally different feeling. Well, now I'm happier. I feel like I'm doing okay. We are spending a lot of money on facilities. That might not be a big sort of wise thing to do. But we are going to Wimbledon. We suck on the surface. It's going to be really weird. I think if we were good on the surface, then I don't know, an outside shot at like quarterfinals would probably be our peak. Whereas right now, I think getting out of the round of 32 is our peak. Um, but even qualifying for Wimbledon, because of the surface mastery being so low, I think really does hurt us. That really does hurt us. So I can mess with their training, give them some quick fire surface training, but there's part of me that doesn't really want to. So yeah, Yana and Moyes both win the French Junior Open. They're in pretty good spots. Everybody's climbing the rankings. Our junior player and our 3 adult tour, because Antonius kind of jumped up before I was expecting him to. But he did set goals to play on the men's tour, so can I give you a few days to recover? Sure. How about Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday? How about that? That's not like that's already set up. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. If you're not as tired and you're only doing an under pressure rally, you're not really doing much. So yeah, you can have a few. You can both have a few days. Moyes take 3 days. Yana take 4 days. Just come in. We'll do some care sessions, a little bit of rest and recovery, and not really train for 3 or 4 days. How about that? Yeah. I would like a check to see what the next 2 or 3 days / week of training looks like for them. And if it meets the certain thresholds, again, there's just a little check that if we meet those thresholds, the email instead says, I'm feeling really tired. Thanks for scheduling, you know, recovery sessions. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's the hardest thing in the world. I don't know. Training, don't expect anyone to go up a skill, and we don't. Form's kind of coming down, which sucks. Antonia's feeling a little discomfort. Okay. Not much I can do about that, but sure. We'll see. We got the Wimbledon juniors for Yana. Uh, no, 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 no. I didn't. I didn't try and put Kwame into the Wimbledon juniors. I, I, I didn't do that. Uh, well, that sucks. That sucks. That messes up my plan somewhat. I'm guessing he's auto booked as the defending champion, so he automatically gets a berth, but he's in qualifiers to play Wimbledon a couple of weeks before. He really shouldn't be then lined up immediately to go to the juniors. Because I had a 75 for him to play in week 30, which now I can't really do. Again, if there was like just an email that says, hey, as defending champion, you have an automatic berth in this tournament. Do you wish to accept or not? Kind of like the wildcard entries and everything that you're getting. That would be nice. Automatically having to defend it? No, what happens if I win it every single year? I've got to play it every single year? That's dumb. Ugh. A little annoying. A little annoying. I don't. kind of know what to do about it. There's really nothing I can do about it. I go week 26 qualifiers. So I'll play the end of week 26, and I'll play the start of week 27, get knocked out. Then I recover week 28, prepare week 29. No, we play week 29. So we recover and we prepare in the same week to go then to the junior tournament. Oh, this game just like kneecapped me right there. I feel like it kneecapped me right there. I wasn't expecting that. He's already tired now. Okay. Okay. Hannah, national audience. Yeah, we're playing a home tournament. This is the big Grand Slam home turf. Literally turf. Yeah, just don't get overwhelmed. Don't get overwhelmed. It's a different approach for a player from Total Athletics before playing here. Um, yeah, it's obviously nicer and it's easier logistically and travel and sort of prep, recovery, support, having a full coaching and physio team right here that knows you inside out and not having to fly in from elsewhere or fly you out to them. Like, yeah. But this is Wimbledon. Like, this is difficult. This is a worse surface with all home expectations. It's not easy. Hannah will be even more motivated knowing she'll be playing the tournament at home. Well, every time she plays Wimbledon, it'll be being played at home, not only the academy's home, but her home. And I think that's something that she will deal with and get used to. And either she like it or she won't, but it'll never change not being at home. I don't kind of get this question. Um, let's boost the supporters there. I guess maybe I'm not sure. They're advantageous. Yeah, opponents will need to worry about. Let's put a bit of doubt in some people's minds. Let's boost the crowd. Let's take pressure off Hannah, and let's make people think about the crowd, and then watch her get knocked out in the first qualifier and not even go to the tournament. Oh, that would be absolutely priceless. Absolutely priceless. Um, so we're not seeded, but we're not going to be far away from being seeded, I don't think. A 32 seed is 149. The highest we've been is 186, I want to say. Lola Radivojevic, member of the Serbian Federation, 21-year-old. Technically a better player, probably physically a little bit better, tactically. We might be a par for tactically, but the composure, killer instinct, fighting spirit end of the mentals way higher. So yeah, we should get absolutely butchered, to be fair. We should. Especially on grass that we don't like. But we're probably not that far away. This doesn't look too bad. We've never played before. I would expect to lose here, but I think we can win. And we do 6-4, 6-2. So we just beaten an opponent that's probably better than us. And yes, that's the first qualifying round. That's really good. Live and die on our first serve, I guess, is kind of where we're at. We saved a bunch of break points as well, and we got a third of our breakpoint opportunities converted. The returns weren't bad either, about 50% on both. Second serve, not great. That first serve was good. We did our business in the breaks, and our return game was good enough. We just beat a really good player there. Kwame also gets through, and that's the number 30 seed. So now we're playing someone ranked lower than us, who's, again, just probably a better player. Lower stamina, that might work in our favor, and these might be in line. Couple of things here, and a couple of these skills certainly way higher than ours. But again, I feel like we can compete. We might not win, but we can compete. That's why I give us a good shot of being able to go into the round of 32. And not really to win it, but to get through the qualifiers. It's going to be tough. All of these are kind of coin flips to me. But I do back Hannah to win again. Ooh. Drop that first set, come back strong in the next two. The return game wasn't great for anyone because we both kind of did what we were supposed to on our serves, to be fair. That was pretty good from both. They were a bit better in break points. We converted about 40%. They converted 80%. Not a ton of difference. They committed a ton more errors. And that's kind of probably it. We served better. We served harder. We won a few more net points. But that was pretty good. Antonius gets through his first qualifying. Moyes and Hannah both get through their second qualifier. And that sets us up for here where we can actually qualify for Wimbledon now. The number 3 seed, Alexandra Ila, from the Philippines. Probably not much difference between all our opponents, really. The first one seemed to be possibly the best player, technically, physically and mentally. But they've all had an advantage, and this is probably very close to who we just beat. And so, again, there's no gimmies. This is very even. This could be the point where we get knocked out. But, again, I believe Hannah can win this one. It's not a should win, but definitely can win. And I'd love it to happen just so we get that entry into Wimbledon. That would be magnificent. But we do seem to be pretty much even here as well. We've got a better win rate. They've got 5 better return points percentage. We've got 5 better serve points percentage. That kind of is going to even out. Their return game is going to be better than ours, but our serve game is going to be better than theirs. So our strength meets their strength head on. Both won some titles, similar heights. Not much difference in attributes, not much really difference in ranking. We should not be the favorite, and we're not. They like this grass surface. We do not. We should be the outsider, but we've got every chance of doing it. And we do. We're going to Wimbledon with Hannah. 6-4, 3-6, 7-5, elongated third set. But that doesn't matter. We win. Both had good first serves, bad second serves. But we did better in break points. We saved more, and we won more. I like that. We had the slightly slower serve and one slightly less net points. So yeah, this is kind of what I'm talking about, where we're trying to find our level with these players, and Hannah's kind of at hers. She's at that like 150 to 200 level, I feel, in the world, and she's competing at that level. She's not winning easily. She's not getting blown out. Huge variances, but she does okay. Antonius hits his qualifier. Kwame hits his 3 qualifiers. Hannah hits her 3 qualifiers. And I'm very, very happy with that. I'm very happy with that. So we got a week 30 for Hannah. Oh, that's good. Antonius going into his tournament, his form has just spun up. That's great. Yana hasn't got much. Oh my God, Kwame. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Killer Instinct 14. Composure 13. Fighting Spirit 14. Oh, Hannah's jealous of those. She gets a point of footwork, though. Her worst stat has been raised. Uh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's week 30. I just want to make sure we're booking the right stuff, too, because it's not going to show us where we're at. But we're in this draw somewhere. There we go. Number 24 seed. Okay. I was really hoping we'd get like one of these kind of matches. But that would have been nice. Um, yeah, that's going to be tough. And I've been saying round of 32. I kind of meant the first round of the tournament. I didn't realize that the game simulated it this far out. Perhaps this is just what Grand Slams are, but all the tournaments we've had have been round of 32. So I was saying this is likely our exit for both Moyes and Hannah. This, I think, is our ceiling to get to. And especially in Hannah's case, I'm backing that 1,000,000% against the number 24 player in the world, Marketa Vondrosova. We're not going to be able to compete with that. Like, as good as we're doing, as far along as I feel we're at times I just realize that, yeah, that ain't us, Chief. That ain't us. Okay. So really, yeah, week 31 will be good. Week 31 would be good. Rookie 50, rookie 10. What exactly does that equate to? I think that's kind of like, it's got to be these, right? It's got to be the rookie 35 and the rookie 15s. So if I play safe and go to Belgium in week 31 with Hannah on a surface she loves, way below her compete level, just to hit her goals. I feel like that works for me. Kwame's playing on 27, and then do need to check. I don't think I booked him in before. No, I didn't. Okay. So 30 to 31 is when he can play. And again, I kind of think if Hannah's going to play 30, yeah. I don't know why I booked that second one because I remembered as I went to Kwame that she's already playing. So she's playing 30, which means he should be playing 30. And he doesn't need much. He just needs to get to a 75 or above quarterfinal. I mean, I'd say he doesn't need much. That's quite a lot. That is quite a lot. But these are all qualifiers. So I guess he plays that, and he really hopes he gets into the qualifiers. Week 30, he should have a couple of weeks rest, which will be really good because he'll be playing week 31. Gives them their chance. She's already full. We stick with juniors, and we only play what we need to play. Excuse me. Can't go to week 27. So, yeah, week 77, week 28, then Wimbledon Junior, then week off. Week 32 on clay. Ugh. Week 35, hard surface, because maybe more rest. Go for the 500 in Cape Town. She's going to want to run the US Open. Or I'm going to want her to run the US Open. So I guess we go to Canada. And then once this opens, we go to the US Open on hard surface, which should be something she can do. Should be something she should be able to do. So let's go just rookie events that are open. I mean, I don't really know what we've got booked. We've got a rookie 15 there. Yeah, we got the rookie 25 next week. Sweet. Then I'll give myself a couple of options. There. Okay, so we're playing week 28. So I'm guessing again I want to run probably 31. Maybe 30, but those are all qualifiers anyway. So we might run that. And then 33, we can run that. On week 35, we can run that. So week 35 is kind of where we want to be. Let's try and book people to week 35. Make it make sense. Wimbledon Junior, Europe, and then North America. That makes sense to me. Antonius makes sense to me. I don't want to go over 100. What do you recommend? Yeah, the hundreds. Kind of want some freedom to book that. So we've got week 30. We've got that nice 75 to play in week 31. 32 off. Play 33. Week off. Play 35. Makes sense to me. That makes sense to me. Okay. Okay. Where do we want to be? Yeah, that's fine. That gives us options, especially since we got to come down week. Yeah, because we. Yeah. Okay. Because week 27, technically, we were in Wimbledon, so that's off. That's off. Then we're in this rookie so that we can hit her objectives and win it. So I. What I want to do. What do I want to do? Uh, maybe we just go to Hamburg. Try a 125. We might not qualify for it though. I think we're safer here. And then we should be going for the US Open. We're not far off here, but we can go through qualifiers. And that makes me think that Kwame week 35 should be going for this, and so we should qualify with him. So yeah, I'm spending a little bit more time now figuring out their pathways. I think it's that much more important, and we need to do what we can. 100% we need to do what we can there. Yeah, everyone's kind of out of sync a little bit. Uh, Powerful serve. Yeah, that's kind of what I want him to do. Kwame gets knocked out in the 128. It's, like I say, it's where we thought we would be. 3 fairly easy sets for his opponent. And he does win a set, which is lovely. At least he doesn't have to face Yannick Skinner. I didn't realize what his bracket looked like, but that is just terrifying when Yari takes you apart. And he's a superb player for sure, but Yeah, Skinner's just the best. And yeah, yeah, that would have been brutal, maybe. Maybe it would have been a shock. Maybe Kwame could have done something. Well, we get 30 points for qualifying for the main draw, and we get 10 more points for being in round 128. So it's worth it because we just got 40 points for the men's tour for Kwame when, like, that's kind of pretty big for him, the competitions he's running. That's 2 wins at a 25. So definitely worth it. Um, a good benchmark, a good place to kind of start us off. Don't mind us. Don't mind it. We're super, super tired. Luckily, we're not near the number one seed. We do have number 24, which is also scary, but there's the slightest chance in the world. And again, we get 40 points here, which is pretty much a final for the tournaments that Hannah's been stepping up and playing. So it's going to be tough. It's going to be really, really tough. Probably going to get butchered, but nothing realistically to lose. Take a set as well. Those 6-3s, they're fairly comfortable, but they're not walkovers by any mean. That 6-1 in the middle, though. Like, that's for a debut at Wimbledon proper after coming through the qualifiers. Absolutely knackered on a surface you just have no idea how to play on. That's actually pretty phenomenal. Not gonna lie. The fact that both of them won a set was above my expectations. Um, realistically. And yeah, like if a couple of break points had gone other ways and some of the things that happened, you can see why I said the peak is getting out of that first round. Because we weren't super far away from that. I don't know where we'd end up. We would play number 52 in the world, Magdalena Frech, who would possibly be even tougher, slightly, which is weird. But yeah, that would be kind of crazy. That would have been, what, 110 points, which is phenomenal. It's winning a tournament kind of at the level she's getting to. Um, yeah, they both get 50 points, and they both took a set at Wimbledon. Hannah taking hers 6-1. They lost. The other sets weren't close. Whatever. It doesn't really matter. Kwame took a set. Hannah took a set 6-1. That's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. No, I'm glad that she's not down in the dumps. She still works hard. She still trains hard. She still plays hard. I prefer working with happy people who don't let a bad result affect them too much, especially if they can still go out and win. What's the take on the match? Um, yeah, I mean, it's simple, right? Vondrasova was just the better player. She looks pretty exhausted. Um, uh, yeah, her physical conditioning's not great. She's still very young. We're still working on that, and she was absolutely shattered. What did she do better? Yeah, it's experience. It's age and experience. A great relationship. Okay, cool. Yeah, Yada might hate this, but Hannah, Hannah on board. Hannah is almost fully on board. That's cool. I'm wondering now, is it time to upgrade the staff, maybe? Is it time to upgrade the staff? If we can? Yeah, I forgot we already have these. The fourth, because we needed them. So they can work for a fifth. Really, we just need that coaching spot. So, yeah. Trainer, player, trainer. So it is here for the coach. The only one we do need. Huh. I was right. I was right. I second guessed myself and I was right. Okay, well, early exit as expected for Hannah and Moyes. How did you get on? What were your guesses? We can look back on the last video and figure those out and see kind of where you got to on this one. But yeah, like I said, get through the qualifiers, knocked out in the first round, fully kind of expected at this level, and we'll just see what happens. But I'm really pretty happy with that. I can't lie. I think really happy with where we're at, how things are going, the development of the players, development of the facilities. Um, we'll see if we can get that knocked out a little higher, that reputation too. But yeah, Jana's playing juniors, and yeah, we'd see. We haven't quite got the reputation up. Yeah, Jana's playing juniors, so she might do something. She doesn't like the surface either. She doesn't like clay. No, she doesn't like grass. This is just for this. I wish that there was like this week tournament surface and then surface mastery here as well. If we could add that in, that would be brilliant. Um, but yeah, she doesn't like grass. But we're going on to clay, hard, and grass again for Kwame in the juniors. I don't love it, but it is. Ooh, it is what it is. The good thing is I can really upset him by doing this and tank his morale, but get his fitness up to the point where he can start playing better. So I'm actually going to go here and then set up something. I guess just tactical. I wonder if I can also. Wait, did I miss it? Yes, hopefully. We'll kind of see how that works out. His morale might be busted, but he'll be kind of in a better place. Um, we'll kind of see how well he recovers and pushes through. But okay. Antonius and Kovačkova. Nice. Antonius gets to a final. Gets to a final. Quarterfinal. For Yana, probably a little early. Won a semi-final. Wanted probably the final. Should have probably won it. But yeah. It's still good. It still probably keeps her where we need her to be. Not going to be too mad about that. We got to qualify this come all the way from 1,518 in the juniors. So, like, I'm fairly sure. Yeah, we got a 1528. That's the only person higher ranked than Wozni, or lower ranked technically. He's just come through. He's not had tough matches. This is going to be his toughest. Fully expect Michael to take this. He should. But does he? Yes, he does. Yes, he does. For a second, I thought he'd actually lost, but it's a solid win again. And this just keeps him moving in the right direction. All four are kind of meeting goals that they've set. They're moving in the right direction. They're developing their skills. They're winning tournaments, moving up the rankings, and moving up difficulty levels while they're doing it. Pretty happy with that. The first serve was king again. I say the more I want to work on that serve, the more I see it kind of paying off. And we're just getting more and more established in the games. So happy with that. We're not taking any wild cards. Those have been accepted. Solid training. Focus for Hannah. That's really high. That's really good. Not fully expected, but that's really good. And yeah, Antonius has got a lot of time to recover. And everybody else will be in a good spot. So, yeah, don't mind that. Don't mind that. Kind of hold down rankings. Antonius flies up again. He's now just inside 600. There's a chance he breaks into the top 5. That's kind of nuts. Round the 32 again, then gets knocked out. That's fair enough. He must be absolutely shattered. Must be absolutely shattered. And yeah, again, okay. That grass season is so small, it's so compact. We're not really getting sort of long to live in it. And yeah, points won, same as last year. Sorry, not last year, same as last period. Ranking has climbed a lot with Antonius. He's, say, inside the top 600. That's huge. Prize money a little bit more. One less tournament. One more matches, couple more wins, better win rate. It keeps moving in the right direction. And that's what I really appreciate, is he is always moving in that right direction. Kwame, oh no, sorry, Kovačkova, very solid again. Doubled her points, won the Grand Slam, flew up the rankings to where we needed her to be, doubled her money, one less tournament, but 8 of 9 matches won. Really, really good. Kwame, well, he didn't do anything last time. He's just number 1, and he's still number 1. Just absolutely killed it. On the men's, this is more important to me, and because he played juniors, this was hurt. Only played 1 tournament. Instead of winning all 3, he's won 3 out of 4 matches. His prize money has almost tripled. He's won half as many points in a third less tournaments. I don't think that's too bad. And he's dropped a little bit, but as he continues to play, he'll be better. And Hannah's dropped a little bit again. Not as many points, but again, more than tripled her prize money. Only half the tournaments. Kind of keeping the win rate about the same. Not too bad. Jana's backhand gets better. Kwame's serve power gets better. Yes. Hannah's speed gets better. Yes, we're moving in the right direction, people. That is what we want to see. 100%, that is what I want to see. You need to go light training, and you need to go with so much care. But I guess it's too late to do your training there. I did put it in, I guess. There's a lot of care there. Is quite tired. Didn't want him to play in the Wimbledon juniors. But we couldn't win main Wimbledon, and now we got Yana and we've got Moyes going for the junior Wimbledon. So maybe this is kind of where we start. Yana has just got a wild card qualifier invite out of nowhere to Hamburg. I don't know why. I mean, it must be the French Open. The win at the French Open. I kind of want to keep a junior for the year. I really don't want to push her high up at all. So I'm going to turn that down. Antonius, I'm going to turn that down. Hannah is going in the Pro 50, and that's, like I say, if she wins that, I'm pretty sure, I think that hits her goal. So we will see. And we're kind of booked, I think, through 35, right? Kind of what I expect. Everyone's looking okay. Antonius, little discomfort. That's fine. He's training for a couple of weeks. He can get a bit of care and attention. Doesn't need anything super crazy. Kind of see what we're doing here. And again, yeah, we do jump, and Kwame jumps up a lot. He's inside 300 again. Not that far away from 250. Antonius, a little jump again. Further inside the top 600. Hannah back into the top 200. Yana maintains the 5th best girl in the world. Don't mind that. 4 days left on the hard courts. Okay. That'll do. Kwame in a 64. 32. 16. Nice. That is now done. You're scouted and you're really solid. So yeah, I mean, it wasn't like I expected her to get far or to win the whole thing. But she does really well sometimes, and then she just seems to fall apart, and it's really kind of strange. I don't know. I don't know what she's gonna do most of the time. I think that's the best way to describe it. I don't know what she's gonna do most of the time. I'm pulling heavily for Emerson Jones, Hannah's double partner, number 1 seed, number 1 junior. I'm heavily pushing for her to do well. So Yana might she might drop out of the top 5 here because either number 6, number 10, or number 15 are gonna get 490 points. They've already got 300. That definitely can be enough for number 6, probably number 10, to leapfrog Yana and push her out to the top 5, which is where she needs to be. So a really bad tournament, and we're possibly going to feel a little bit of the fallout from that. Moyes is still in this. Quarterfinal, semi-final. It's not unexpected. Flynn Thomas, the number 1 and number 2 seeds, made it the entire way through. We just beat Cruz Hewitt. We also beat Mark Siban, who we've actually had as a member of our roster in the previous save that was copyright issued, and we had to delete that footage. So, yeah, he was here previously. In fact, the only one of the four that didn't make it back eventually. We started with him and Hannah, and then I think season 2 in that save, I signed Kwame and Yana Kovachkova. I sort of those are my 3 and 4 that I recruited. In this, we started with Hannah and Moyes, and then we recruited Yana as number 3. And instead of someone like Mark, we then went with Michael Antonius. So, yeah, got to the quarterfinal, just got undone by Moyes. Cruz Hewitt, very good player. Kind of thought about bringing him in at one point too, but I thought we had unfinished business with Moyes. And it's only since then I've realized how ridiculously talented he is, and how ridiculously high his potential probably is. And the same with Hannah. Um, yeah, and I could be wrong, or maybe I'm wrong. But is he kind of like the face on all the game artwork and like on my thumbnail? Is that Kwame? I think it might be. I think it actually might be. Not 100% sure. And we play Flynn Thomas, Swiss, good, solid. We should win. We should win. Um, we have lost the only meeting between us where the number 1, number 2 players. We got 6 titles to their number 1. We're taller. We probably play a little better, not much better, but a little bit. We got a little injury. We could forfeit the final. But we don't want to go out that way, and Flynn doesn't want to win that way, surely. And we're not going to be out there long enough anyway. 15 games is all it takes. I mean, that could be one set almost. 7-6 is 13 with enough of a kind of tiebreaker on the end of it. 88 points total played is kind of a small number. That is kind of a small number. It's unfair that he was in it. I didn't want to put him in it. The game kind of forced my hand, and that's just what it is. It's just what it is. Gonna turn down the wild card because we ain't interested in that. Stamina for Antonius, that's huge. It's gonna help him out. The volleys for Yana, again, one of the worst things. Or, yeah, one of the worst things. Her speed is also there, fighting spirit a little bit down. So we're working on these real weaknesses and getting better. Forehand consistency, agility. I really need that footwork, maybe a touch of speed. 100%. But the forehand consistency, I like that. I like that a lot. That was one of the things on our list for sure. So, okay, where are we at? 2 months, 12 days. Ooh, 2 months. Didn't realize a heliport would take that long. To be honest with you, I really was not expecting it to take anywhere near that amount of time. We could do stores. We could do a hotel. I think I'm going to lock into a hotel and just increase our potential earnings as much as we can, as quickly as we can. So we've got a couple of months. We've got 12 days. I'm fairly comfortable where these are. And I'll be fairly comfortable where these are. Like I say, it's only really the sports HQ for the extra coach if we want to bring in a 5th person. I think that'll make sense. The next lot of money we get in, I think the video and tactical just have at least one everywhere would be good. And then I feel really good sports center wise. I feel pretty good medical center wise. And next season we can like dip into that and do more of that. I feel pretty good youth and scouting because we've got 4 young players that are really good. We don't really need to find more or produce more right now. But yeah, then we've kind of got a base level in almost everything here. Again, before the end of the year, we might be able to just do the country club as well. But I feel pretty good about it. Not gonna lie, I feel pretty happy where everybody is. I do wish there was slight upgrades to the staff, but I don't feel I'm ready to pull the trigger yet. And until we're not improving in a good way, I think it wouldn't be wise to do that. So yeah, we're still 100% on Michael's goals. We are so close on Yana's, but that tournament, like I said, good chance we drop down to number 6 and get leapfrogged by that number 6 player. That's exactly what ended up happening. So we're not full right now on her goals, but we should be good in general. Kwame, we're just so good here. We really don't need to worry about it. Just getting this Pro 75 quarterfinal. And Hannah is so good here. We just need to focus on getting a rookie title. So, Yana, 1 spot in the juniors. Kwame, a quarterfinal in a good pro tournament. Hannah, a win in a low rookie tournament, well below what she's playing. So, we're kind of set up in the right way. We are kind of taking a bunch of money and spending a ton. We're probably going to be in a good place. It's nice to see people moving up and, to have Yana high, have everyone moving up. We just need her to be a little more clutch in those big tournaments. I think that's kind of my last issue, but maybe at the end of the season we change her out. You can have your say on that in the comment section down below as well as we end things for this video. I hope you've enjoyed. Like and subscribe if you have. Check out the other playlists. Check out the memberships available now on the channel. And yeah, Wimbledon went as expected, but it's a good foot in the door and kind of benchmark our progress. Where are we? What do we need to do more? Kind of what's the future kind of look like? And with everything else going really, really well, I feel really comfortable in our progression this season and what we can do next season. I know we're going to have crazy goals. We're going to be really high rankings. We're going to have crazy goals. So that's going to be kind of interesting now. We're getting the end of this season, getting to where we want to go, and then having that pressure pushed back on us again for next year. So we'll see what happens. But until next time, thank you very much for stopping by and being a part of things. Huge, huge appreciation for that. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video as we start pushing on, like I say, towards that end of season now that's coming pretty dang quick, I feel. Till then, take care, stay safe, and all the best to each and every one of you. I'll see you next time.